Look, just to get right to it, everything that I say on this show is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing else, nothing else, nothing else. My opinions, okay? So do what you want with it. But look, real quick, I know you guys have heard of Candy Burrs not returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I know you heard that for next season, right? And that's allegedly. I don't know for sure. It's what the rumor mill has going on. But look, what do y'all think about that? Do you think after, I mean, she's been with the Real Housewives of Atlanta at least, I know, over 10 seasons, at least 10, 11, 12, maybe seasons. I have been a fan of the show since like its inception almost because I just kind of liked the way things were going towards it's like TV and the shows were changing. Back in the day, they had the stories, right? Everybody know Young and the Restless and all those stories back in the day. But it was changing to reality TV, and they were the first ones that I looked at, and I really, really liked the show. So I followed it for a long time. When Nene was on there, like Kandi came on there, you had Sheree, all of them that's been back and forth, Phaedra and all them. But lately, of course, we all know it's been talked about that the ratings have been dropped down tremendously. And my biggest thing is after 10 plus years, do you think that the networks should do that? Do you think they should keep some of the OGs and then kind of merge some new ones in and then merge the OGs out or just do a whole clean slate and just be like out with y'all and in with the new? What y'all think? I know for me, I personally think that it, it's probably time for a shakeup. I used to watch that show every week, like I was ready to sit and watch it. And it didn't have to do with one particular cast member. I just liked the whole dynamics of the show. It was interesting, entertaining, and all that stuff. And I like reality TV. Like I used to love Jerry Springer when he was out. A lot of people didn't. They thought it was trash. But I personally liked the show because I'd be like, life is just so serious. You gotta find a way to let go, let your hair down, take your wig off, honey, and exhale. So I love Jerry Springer. I used to watch it all the time when I was in college. It was funny. So that's just kind of what I do with reality TV. I just kind of look at it for entertainment purposes. And when Real Housewives of Atlanta came out, Real Housewives of Potomac, I watch most of the shows. Let's just say not all of them, but most of them I like. But I do think it's not a bad idea for the show to come in and shake things up a little bit because for me, Real Housewives of Atlanta was getting a little boring. It was getting a little boring. I really haven't watched it in about 2 years. Like I kind of drop in and watch those segments of it, but not like I used to. I mean, I would get my food, honey, sit down and watch the show from beginning to end. I would even watch the reruns of the show. I have not watched that show, and it's on automatic record on my DVR, but I really don't even go back and look at it. That's just how like uninterested I was in the show. And I live in the suburbs of the A, and I'm telling you, that's like paying homage. You know what I'm saying? But I had just like, it's too many out there now. It's like even reality TV shows now. They have changed like dramatically. They have what is it? The Real Housewives of no Basketball Wives Atlanta or something like that. I watch that. I watch all of them. Like they just all different now. So the Real Housewives of Atlanta gonna have to step it up, or they gonna be all the way out. So me personally, when it comes to Candy, and it's probably gonna be some more of them before it's all said and done. If the math not math, then maybe it is time for her to go and focus on some of those other businesses that she have going on. Maybe it's not a bad idea, but I do know Nene Leakes tried the same thing. You remember Nene was like at the top of her game. She's at a pinnacle, honey. They was wanting her for it and everything, but she kind of came to the realization that she's really good for reality TV, right? Do y'all agree with me? Drop a comment, let a sister know, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Y'all gonna be doing that, but I need y'all to do that. Okay, watch the video and then let me know by liking and subscribing if y'all like some of the things that I'm doing. But this is the thing. Nene Neeks, she left Real Housewives of Atlanta some time ago because she too was at the pinnacle of her career. And I guess she was kind of feeling herself. So she didn't feel like she needed them anymore like that. I get it, girl. Go get your money and chase that while you can. But this was my thing. My grandma would say, never step on things when you get to the top because you never know if you're gonna need those same bridges, baby, when you're coming down. And I think Nene kind of realized in this atmosphere, this environment, people love you, they love you. When you're out, they hate you, they hate you. So it's a kind of like a love hate kind of relationship, this whole entertainment thing. I personally wouldn't want to do the music business. I used to have a little record label back in the day. I wouldn't really want to do that. And I wouldn't want to do TV and all that stuff because it's just too messy. I like the podcasting part of it because it's more in my control, So, but yeah, as far as Kandi leaving the Real Housewives of Atlanta, personally, I don't think it's a bad move for the network, especially or her either. If the math wasn't math, and she can put that energy on other things or whatever. But honestly, she not gonna be the last one. I think Kenya, she's gonna be there because Kenya's kind of spicy, but she's gonna have to step it up too, or she's gonna be out. Sheree, she probably already gone because after her little she by Sheree thing in the Martell of it all, I just don't think much was going on with her. But I like Sheree. I like her on the show. I do. So she stay around and kind of be in there. I wouldn't be so disappointed because she do little things in there. Um, I like when Portia was on there. Portia was funny. She was young, vibrant, had, brought a different little pizzazz to the show. And Nene was good. Nene is the auntie of the show was good. I really wish they could kind of either create another show with Nene or something because Nene's good for reality TV. I don't care what they say now. Her little personality had got to be a little stanky stank one time. It really, really, really did. And I was almost stopped liking her because she was my love hate sister on the show. She gonna get you all the way together, but she had started getting a little beside herself. So that's when I stopped kind of like. But I really, really do feel like she's good for reality TV, and I hope someone creates another show that she can be on because Nene's good for that type of environment. Um, Kandi, she brought to the show what she brought to the show for a while, but I don't know if it's going to really impact Bravo negatively. I really don't. I think it's a good move. I think it's about hey, it was not what you've done for me before, it's what have you done for me lately. And those ratings are not where they need to be, you're going to be out of here. So they can't pay you if they're not getting the advertising dollars. They can't pay you the money that you want that they did back in the day when you was really, really had it going and you had the buzz going and you had the Ken Coat thing hitting the streets and everybody was vibing off them. But everybody have that type thing now. So it ain't like, okay, it ain't like that ain't vibing like it used to be. So you gotta have something new, something fresh. You gotta bring in some, it's like anything. People get bored when they see the same, too much of the same thing. So I don't think it's a bad idea with Candy not coming back. I'm sure she'll have something else going on. But what they don't get, the money that they don't make off of the show from their salaries or whatever they pay them, they make up like way more with the marketing. Like they can pitch their shows and they can pitch their things that they're doing. Like I'm coming up with the activewear line. It should be out in March, preferably, but they like have a huge audience of people that they are reaching. I mean, the money that they can make off of the marketing, the free marketing and advertisement is huge for them. I mean, if you have to pay for that or whatever the case may be, man, please, you got to think about the big, big picture. I don't know what they offered her, but whatever it was, she wasn't liking it. So she decided to bounce. And you know what? Allegedly, that's what they say. That's what the word is on these streets. But you know what? I don't think it's a bad idea. I think it's good every now and then. Like anything, you gotta, shake it up, especially in a position like this. It's not like it's a corporate America kind of thing where your experience builds and you learn more and more and more. Now you do get comfortable because I'm sure most of you can see the progression in the people that are on the show. Like when they first hit the scene, they like a little wet behind the ears. Like if you remember when Cynthia Bailey first came on the show, she was kind of green. People was taking advantage of her. Then she started finding her voice and she was able to be a little more involved in the show. She had a little bit more bam when you saw her. It wasn't like, okay, here goes Cynthia. She really kind of stepped it up. So I think they all kind of like a wet behind the ears. And then once, they get it, everything off and going, I think that they kind of get into the whole vibe of the whole reality thing. So I just kind of think that it's not like a corporate job, like I said. It's something so they can bring other people in that have more going on, that's new, that people want to see. Because when you think of the A baby, you think you bringing it. You're supposed to be top tier around this mug. You can't be just doing your restaurants and your different businesses all the time and what you doing. I mean, it's good to use it that way. If you care to, you can, man, it can benefit you both ways, but you got to give the audience what they're needing. So, again, I think that they all gonna probably end up merging out the old and bringing in the new because the millennials and they do stuff different than old school, baby. I have daughters. Um, they just do stuff different than like my generation or Candy's generation, which she ain't far behind me. But they just do it different. So I think it is a plus that they bring in, no offense to Candy, any of my sisters on the show, I wish them well. Then maybe they could get an OG show or something. Maybe get a little OG show. Think of y'all got a lot going. Candy got a production studio or something like that. She can come up with something. She know a lot of people. She network. She in the door. She in the door because before the show, Candy really wasn't doing much. Marlo, I hope they haven't got rid of Marlo. Marlo was good on the show. Marlo's good. They was kind of stipending her a little bit, but I think Marlo is that spark too that they need. I don't think they need to get rid of Marlo. If you're thinking about it, I think you should keep Marlo around now. I done been one of y'all fans from way back in the Disney. Keep her around. Her, Kenya, goodbye. You could got Portia back, goodbye. Nene Leaks, Ashley, goodbye. Phaedra is really good on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't know what she's doing on Married Medicine. She just kind of like there floating around, but that's not really her show. That's not really her show. Mm-mm, mm-mm. So anyway, just want to talk on Candy not coming back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Allegedly, allegedly. I've been kind of looking at all the different shows, and I'm gonna come back and do a little something, something on all of them. But I have been looking at what show was that I was watching last night? I was watching Married to Medicine, and I love Dr. Heavenly because that's my girl from Florida. What's up? Dr. Heavenly. Florida, yes, baby. I'm from Florida too. But and she now they better not think about getting rid of Heavenly no time soon because Heavenly keep the show bumping on Married to Medicine. But some of them other ones kind of boring. But right now they still simmering. They still simmering. So that little cast can stay together. They still simmering, but they're gonna have to do something a little different. I was kind of looking at the other day. They was talking about Jackie's husband might still be doing some things he shouldn't be doing. I hope not, because Jackie, of course, love him, but I think if he do it again, she gonna be out. Even though she love him, I don't think she putting up with him stepping out. Curtis, that's his name. I don't think they're gonna be putting up with it. And what do y'all think about the new girl on Married to Medicine? I cannot remember her name, and that's bad, but I cannot. But I'm gonna tell you, she's finding her little voice too. The new one that they have, that's the dentist. I can't call her name. Her and her husband. He's funny. He is funny. I think he's from Africa or somewhere like that, Nigeria, one of those places. I can't remember exactly where though. He's from in Africa. But anyway, he is funny. He's firm on his culture and how he like his women to be, honey, and his wife looking like I'm there, but I'm not all the way there. Don't get it twisted putting it out here. But they're gonna be good assets to the show. So Married to Medicine's good. Sweet Tea is my girl. Sweet Tea is my excuse me, is my girl. She coming around faster than a lot, but see, that's what I'm talking about the new millennials. They gonna come around and they gonna put some spice up in it. So I don't know. I just think that she's good. She's gonna be good for this show. Yeah, her husband, he's a good balance for her. It's a big, 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 big age difference there. But she seems pretty mature for her age. So I think they got a little chance for now to keep it together. I don't know how long because Greg looks, he's settled, but he got a little bounce to him. So they might be able to hold in there a little bit. They might be able to hold in there a little bit. So I'm not counting their marriage out. But Sweet Tea, my girl, Sweet Tea, she gonna come out her box and she gonna tell them. Then she gonna regret it, but she gonna come out her box and she gonna say what she gotta say. But anyway, she's a good addition to the show. Quad, I got the way they felt about Quad. Now I'm gonna talk about this real quick, and I'm gonna talk about this a little bit later. But I'm gonna tell you. when they did quiet like they did, they could have handled it a little different. They didn't have to break her off like that, but they gotta do a lot of stuff for TV, right? When they told Quiet on the trip that she had to leave, right? I think that they just was reminiscing about how Quiet was when she was on that show she was on. Oh God, Sisters or whatever that show was she was doing, and she was with the other ladies, right? She really was kind of turning her back on Married to Medicine. She really, really was turning her back on Married to Medicine. And honestly, I think they just started thinking about that, and they didn't like it. They felt like she was using them as like chump change, scraps, and they didn't like that. And I get it. I wouldn't have liked it either because Quiet was real shady. So I didn't really like that. I don't want to talk about nobody coins because everybody need to be making their money and stuff like that. But I do think Quiet was a little lackluster when she left and went to her other show. I think it was called. I don't remember what it was called, but she was acting a little different, a little bougie, and treating Married to Medicine like leftover change. So I get why they were feeling the way that they were feeling about her. I get it. I get it. Dr. Jackie, Dr. Jackie, we're gonna talk about you another day because been a lot said about you lately, and I still have mad respect for you and Simone, so I ain't gonna go all the way in like that. But yes, Sweet Tea gonna be there to keep y'all. Y'all better sit down because Sweet Tea coming in to take the reins. Her and Dr. Heavenly ain't done yet, honey. So anyway, I just want to kind of come and say, hey, I just want to let you know about Kandi and just touch on some other shows. Potomac, I've been kind of trying to catch up with it, but I've been so busy. I haven't had a chance, but I know there's been a lot going on that show too. It seems like it's kind of keeping up, doing pretty well. Robin and her husband, honey, she love her husband. She know he ain't right. She know he ain't right, but she gonna hold him down. I don't know how long, but right now she is holding him down. And Candace, she hold a little on her little self, but she be quick to snap them all together, and I like that about Candace. One time I ain't really like. But I do like Candace a little bit now. But Robert and her husband, Giselle, she real messy, messy boots. I don't know how long she gonna have a good storyline on the show either. But anyway, she's just enough to mention because she's been there a long time. But the Grand Dame, we know she's looking good too, the Grand Dame, honey. She done pulled it all and snapped it all the way back together. Honey, nobody can tell her she is not the Grand Dame, for real, for real. But anyway, y'all, have a good day. I will be back couple days or maybe later today. Peace out.